In the narrative of human existence, there are extraordinary tales that defy conventional understanding. Among these is the captivating story of a man who navigated life without a home, a country, or a place to call his own. Picture a life where you are adrift in a world teeming with over 700 billion people, spanning more than 205 nations, yet find yourself stranger without a place to belong. The unanswered questions that plague the mind in such a situation, where to stay, how to survive, and how to plan a future, resonate as unsettling thoughts. This is the unique reality experienced by a man named Mehran Karimi Nasseri, later known as Sir Alfred Mehran. His is a story that stands as a stark reminder of the profound importance of belonging and the arduous struggles faced by those without a place to call home. Mehran's tale begins in 1946 in the Iranian town of Masjid Suleiman, where he was born to parents who were both medical professionals. His father, an Iranian doctor, and his mother, a Scottish nurse, found love within the walls of a hospital where they both worked. Their union gave birth to Mehran, and the Karimi family enjoyed a life of relative comfort and joy. After completing his schooling, Mehran pursued higher education, and in 1973, he made the decision to move to England to attend the University of Bradford. His journey in the pursuit of knowledge and betterment paralleled a period of significant political upheaval in his homeland. Iran was undergoing a revolution against the royal family, known as the Islamic Revolution, and Mehran found himself inadvertently swept up in the tide of change. His life became entwined with the turmoil of a nation in flux, a testament to the power of resilience and adaptability in the face of adversity. The Iranian Revolution of the late 1970s, led by Ruhollah Khomeini and his followers, marked the end of an era. Mehran Karimi, like many other impassioned young individuals, vocalized his opposition to the royal family during this period of unrest. However, the escalating upheaval in Iran led to the forced exodus of many individuals, including Mehran. Stripped of his citizenship and documents, he was cast into a peculiar situation, a man without a country. Yet, amidst this predicament, a glimmer of hope arose. Mehran's maternal connection to Scotland proved to be his saving grace, enabling him to study in Britain. His punishment, however, was severe. He was prohibited from ever returning to Iran. Undeterred by his stateless predicament, Mehran embarked on a quest as a refugee, knocking on the doors of various European countries for asylum, all in vain. It was only after a persistent pursuit that he found himself in Belgium at the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. There, his application was reviewed, and eventually he was granted a refugee status certificate, a pivotal moment that gave him the right to legally reside in any European country. Throughout his arduous journey, Mehran and his mother longed to make the UK their permanent home. In 1986, they believed their wish would finally come true. In a decisive moment in 1988, Mehran, armed with legal documents, took a flight to London with the aspiration to make Britain his home. However, fate had a different design. In an unfortunate twist, his briefcase, carrying all his essential documents, was stolen during his journey. This loss left Mehran bereft of any proof of his identity or his remarkable journey, leading to skepticism from the British immigration officials. Despite his earnest explanations, the officials, unfazed by his plight, decided to send Mehran back to Paris, the city from where he commenced his journey to London. This development placed Mehran in a peculiar legal limbo. Although his entry into Paris was deemed legal, the absence of essential documents prevented him from leaving the airport. Confined to Charles de Gaulle Airport's Terminal 1, Mehran found himself stranded, denied access to Paris due to the lack of necessary documentation. For an extended period, from August 26, 1988 to August 22, 1992, he lived within the confines of the airport, a man without a country, his existence tethered to the bustling terminal. He settled into a routine within the departure lounge, making it his home, while the world outside witnessed a continual flux of passengers coming and going. Mehran's unusual situation drew the attention of the airport staff, who, over time, became his informal family within the airport. Compassionate gestures in the form of food and other essentials were extended to him, albeit within the restricted environment of the terminal. Notably, his unique story garnered widespread attention, reaching the French Human Rights Commission and later even catching the eye of Hollywood. Living in a limbo between freedom and confinement, Mehran spent his days in the departure lounge reading, writing diaries, and delving into the study of economics. His unusual lifestyle intrigued local journalists, some of whom journeyed to meet him and learn his story. The saga even caught the attention of Oscar-winning director Steven Spielberg. In 2003, Spielberg ventured to Paris to meet Mehran, listen to his narrative, and propose a film based on his life. Mehran agreed, granting Spielberg the rights to his story, a monumental chapter in his extraordinary journey. Spielberg's company offered Mehran $250,000 for the rights to his story, marking a pivotal moment in his life, although the saga continued. However, despite the financial offer, Mehran faced an unfortunate predicament. The absence of citizenship or necessary documents prevented him from opening a bank account to deposit the offered sum. Consequently, his life remained ensnared in the airport's departure lounge, still without a country or official status, while his check from 2003 remained undeposited. Notwithstanding these hurdles, in 2004, his tale inspired the creation of the blockbuster film, The Terminal, directed by Spielberg, marking a significant milestone in Mehran's journey. 3 more years transpired, and by 2006, Mehran had been living in the airport for 18 years, a momentous period where a generation could mature, attain voting rights, and witness life-altering changes. Yet for Mehran, life remained within the confines of Terminal 1 at Charles de Gaulle Airport. In 2006, a health setback prompted the airport staff to take notice, sparking discussions about human rights and the plight of a man living in this extraordinary circumstance. His enduring journey had settled into a somewhat accepted routine, but life was about to take another turn. Subsequently, in 2006, Mehran was transported to a Paris hospital where the French Red Cross Airport Division took charge of his care, covering his medical expenses and overseeing his treatment. Upon his discharge in January 2007, arrangements were made for him to reside in a hotel near the airport, albeit with a caveat. He was not allowed to leave the hotel premises. This new chapter in Mehran Karimi's extraordinary life saw him transitioning from airport to hospital and eventually to a hotel, but the road to resolution was far from straightforward. The story of Mehran Karimi Nasseri, who had called an airport terminal his home for almost 2 decades, was a tale that garnered global attention. His story struck a chord with the French media and international onlookers, but the saga continued. Despite various attempts to seek refuge and find a permanent residence, his life remained ensnared in the complex maze of bureaucratic and legal entanglements, leaving him in a perpetual state of flux. Then, on the 6th of March 2007, at a charity reception in Paris, Mehran made a decisive choice. He was then removed from the airport, marking the beginning of a new chapter. With the aid of a charitable organization, Mehran secured a home in Paris in 2008, finally granting him a semblance of stability and an opportunity to rebuild his life. Today, Mehran resides in Paris, engaging in writing and other pursuits. His journey, marked by resilience, adaptability, and the endurance of the human spirit, continues to inspire and provoke contemplation on issues surrounding human rights and the complexities faced by individuals without a recognized home or citizenship. His unique story became a movie and stands as a testament to the intricate nuances of international law, human rights, and the enduring spirit of survival. Mehran Karimi Nasseri's saga, which unfolded over the years within the limits of an airport terminal, is an exceptional tale that defies conventional understanding. In a world delineated by borders and citizenship, his narrative forces users to reflect on the intricacies of belonging and the unfathomable challenges faced by those who find themselves in the bewildering realm of statelessness. It is a narrative that questions the very essence of home and identity, leaving an indelible mark on the annals of human history.